Finishing off a successful summer of competition for the Nebraska swimming and diving program was a duo of divers who traveled to the 2026 USA Diving National Championships. Competing for the Huskers was veteran Abby Baxter and rising sophomore Addie Farman at the Peak Health Aquatic Center at Milan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. In other news, the Lakers were sold again today for a record $12.5 billion to Disney CEO Bob Iger and businessman Josh Kushner. Earlier today, former NBA MVP and 9-time All-NBA player Russell Westbrook retired, concluding a legendary 20-year NBA career with accolades such as 2 scoring titles, 3 assist titles, and the most triple-doubles of all time. And finally, last night, the Chicago White Sox had their inaugural Pope Hat Night, in which the Southside team handed out papal-themed White Sox hats shaped with a point at the very end to fans in attendance to honor the Sox fan in residency at the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process to retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 1 of Sports Nightly is up next right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield and outfield straight up. Plumlee comes set on course at 2-1. Fastball is drilled in the air. Deep left field. There it goes. See ya! First career home run for Jeter Worthley. Comes in a massive moment. It's 2-0 Big Red.
Served by Olivia straight ahead to the back right. Clinton guides it to her setter. Gets it back. Swings. Big block. Harper Murray. 25-21. Nebraska survives the second set.
8 gets switched on. Deep left side. Weaver. 4, 3 seconds to shoot. Deep left side. 1 on the shot clock. Hargroves. 3. You betcha. A buzzer-beating Central Valley 8-3 by Amaya Hargrove.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
And welcome in Sports Nightly. Full 2 hours headed your way tonight. Lots of football talk for you. We've had, again, the privilege to have some access this year. Just, I guess, thanks to coaches spending some time with us that you've been able to grab after practice. But then we've been talking a little bit about some of the new segments, if you will, that in terms of the NIL stuff with the athletes. And so we're going to bring you the first installment of the Husker Connections with TJ Lateef and Donovan Jones here in hour number 2.
There's new podcasts every day. I like it. Things just
lots of interviews,
showing up.
Yeah.
Interviews, but that's what fans want because training camp, it's not like the NFL model. What's interesting about the NFL model is, I mean, fans are at every practice. They have stands. I wonder if college, I was thinking this the other day, I heard people talking about this, eventually if college moves to the model that the NFL does and charges tickets for open practices and eventually utilizes that. Now, you'd have to configure things where you'd allow room for bleachers and stuff like that, but charging tickets for open practices.
Well, Nebraska's done it a couple times. Didn't do it this year, but it won't be doable, obviously, with the stadium. But they had a couple open practices that they allowed fans into, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it's so we'll have that in hour number 2, and then coming up here in a few minutes, we'll hear from Tyler Knaack and Eric Ingwerson. So we'll bring you those conversations as well. But I feel like maybe seems like on my social media, a few things that I've listened to that people have made note of maybe the little bit more of a quieter off season and even here into fall camp a little bit.
Yeah, which is a good thing, I guess. People say that it's a much quieter offseason. I don't know. I feel like everybody's talking about Husker. We talk about it 24/7. The fans talk about it 24/7. You turn on any radio station, the 75 different podcasts, they're all talking about different random position battles. So we could say that maybe in as opposed to other years that it's a little bit quieter. It's quieter than last year for sure, just based on maybe the expectations were a little different because of the schedule, because Dylan was coming back for his second full year as a starting quarterback. He wasn't a true freshman anymore. There was an excitement about certain pieces that were brought into the program. But for me this year, I still think that as we continue to get closer, I feel like the excitement is growing more and more, and perhaps the positivity that was once negativity, as it's changed a little bit more towards the positive side as we've gotten closer to kickoff.
We've talked about this, but I feel like, Anthony Calandria is one where he is a guy that wants to let his play do the talking. He's not one that, there are certain players that, and it's kind of part of it. It's what you sign up for when you're the starting quarterback, is doing a bunch of media. And there are some players that embrace it more than others. Like I'll give you an example, like Baker Mayfield loved doing that kind of stuff. I think he got a little bit sick of it, but he more so embraced it more than like a Kyler Murray, who was it was not his favorite thing to do. And I think Anthony Calandria, as much as we've heard he's so swaggy and all of that, he just hasn't seen one to be, I want to be in front of the microphone all the time.
Yeah, there's different ways to do this. The biggest thing is, what do you look like on Saturdays? Well, I'm a Colts fan. Andrew Luck was our quarterback for a while. He was one of the best quarterback in college football at Stanford. He wasn't a walking soundbite. He was incredibly professional, got to the point. He didn't tell you a whole lot. He didn't have necessarily a swagger about him, but when they put the ball down and they kept score, he was the best quarterback in the country. And Calandria has the opportunity, has the skill set to be one of the better guys in the Big Ten. And we can get excited about what a guy looks like or sounds like at the podium, and we have before, because that's all we have to go off of in the spring, June, July, and then August. But when it comes down to it, what is Calandria's completion percentage? What is his turnover number? What is his touchdown to interception ratio? How much does he affect an offense in the red area? What's the explosive play numbers? Those are the things that are going to count in the end.
I mean, you said it, though, yesterday at practice, though. There was a large media contingent out there yesterday.
I think there was
still a lot of interest.
70 people. It was crazy. I was talking with Julian Acebe. We both came from Florida, and we talked about the football beat compared to here. And I don't think it's anywhere close, because you've asked me that question before. When they all came walking in like a herd in a safari, I kind of feel like it's a safari, is it not? Because they can only stay in a certain part, and they're looking around, like they're looking to their left,
they're taking
looking
notes,
to their right.
And they're like got their cameras out.
And they're trying to, and I get it, they're trying to digest as much as they possibly can in 20 minutes, because they have readers, they have listeners that they have to give some sort of insight to, and this is the only real look at this team that they get outside of the spring game. And then up until kickoff, things change when you get to see a team on game day. But yeah, it was crazy.
I've said it too. It's more than what there was at Oklahoma when I was there too.
Which I get, right? Like Florida has the Jaguars and the Bucks,
Jaguars,
the Bucks, Florida State. It has all these different opportunities at covering football, but here, this is the ultimate deal. This is the only deal. So I understand why it's, I think Ohio State, maybe according to some that have been around the league, perhaps have a bigger beat than Nebraska, but it can't be by much.
Well, we'll talk again more Husker football here coming up in a few minutes with Tyler Knaack and Eric Ingwerson. But did want to get to this, and again, I know it's like the Charlie Brown wah wah wah, but kind of notable today because
Charlie Brown of Peanuts?
Last night, yes.
Okay.
What did he say?
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh, okay. He
said it fast.
Yes,
he said it very fast.
It sounded funny. But anyways, Camden last night or 2 nights ago got us tickled on here. But anyway, so the NCAA basically dug their heels in last night, came out with a statement saying that we're not going to give a blanket waiver to the 2022 class. We're not going to grant it, even though there's all these lawsuits. I mean, it is every day. We're seeing the names. We're seeing not only players get picked up by teams, by basketball teams, by football teams, by basically every sport. And then we're seeing more players go to court since the Colorado ruling. And again, that's still in the works. But the NCAA is trying to take it to the court to fight it. But I just don't think it's going to work. And so the more players are attaching their names to try to again get the waiver and be able to play this year. And Jamarcus Lawrence has been added to the list of names today. So I know people have been wanting to know what his status is, and Look, I don't know, but I do know that he's now part of the California lawsuit. So his name is a part of the group of players that got involved today.
I just don't know. Now, there is a roster spot open for the Huskers. There is that. So that's what creates a little bit more of the buzz. Like you said, I don't foresee this going all the way to the finish line where this is something that can happen, that will happen, that Jamarcus Lawrence will be a Husker. The issue is you have roles that have been defined over the summer. You have brought in guys, Trevin Linhart, Taj DeGorville, guys that are in that area of your roster that are already filling in that Jamarcus Lawrence role.
I do hope, though, he gets a spot. I mean, whether it's here or not, again, I think it's moving forward. I don't think there's anything the NCAA
So he did officially enter into the portal.
Yes.
Before.
So
that's mandatory.
You had to have at least had your name in the portal. Although I don't even know if they're going to be able to keep people from that either at this point. But so there's a California eligibility suit that again has been that they've gone after now, and so his name is now in that group that was announced today. Pete Nakos of On3 has announced this. So I hope that if Jamarcus Lawrence wants to play another year of college basketball, that he finds a spot that he can play, and he would be a good addition for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it would be sour and for Husker fans if he was on another Big Ten team and you see him coming in here to Pinnacle Bank Arena and beat the Huskers, right? Like, that's a veteran guard, though. If he gets a chance to play, that is a huge piece. I mean, he was massive last year. The big shot against Illinois, but the shots he made in the NCAA tournament. He's an experienced guard who's incredibly mature, that has improved and has played at a really high level and was a massive reason the Huskers were in a Sweet 16. So he would be automatically snap of the fingers any big, perhaps even blue blood program that has space for him and can figure him into the equation of how the team wants to work. I mean, you'd be stupid not to find a way to get that to work. Again, I just don't know how the Huskers contingent, what they have in this roster, how necessarily that would work, although they do have the roster spot open.
We'll see. Again, it's just, I think we were kind of in that area where we were waiting for the 5-5 to be official. Then it became official. Then now it's the NCAA's saying absolutely not. They're not going to grant a blanket waiver for those athletes that played just the 4 years that came in 2022. But the more and more lawsuits that players continue to win, the more and more lawsuits that other players are going to be a part of to try to get that eligibility back. So Mitt Winter, who I follow on X, and I think he's been great. I've learned a lot from, and he's a lawyer. A sports law expert. And so he kind of weighs in a little bit, but I thought this is pretty fascinating. He said the issues the NCAA is experiencing with this eligibility rules is a perfect example of why college athletics will probably move to a conference level governance and eventually to collective bargaining in some sports. It's either that or constant litigation. When athletes are making more money playing college sports than nearly any other job, trying to limit their ability to do so is often going to be met with lawsuits. So he's like, I have to agree on those rules with the athletes. It's the only way to bring stability everywhere that everybody wants. But I mean, it's just again, it's kind of a good point that you could go start your career, but why not come back for another year and make a little bit more money?
Yeah, I mean, these guys can make money overseas too, but why not do it in a league where...
But you're probably going to make more here in NIL and rev share, all of that. For
sure. And you have a lot more notoriety when you're playing here at this level and a chance to win a championship. Look, that's why the Protect College Sports Bill, I feel like, even gained more steam when the whole announcement came out that there was this this injunction that was put into place in Colorado that allowed this 2022 class that had already gone into if you had already gone in the transfer portal, that you would have the opportunity at a fifth year. I just, whether it's the Sorsby situation, whether it's this, there's a couple of catalysts that have, I think, almost got that Protect College Sports Bill to a vote in August in such a short amount of time, when nobody thought that would be possible. That's how fed up we are with how things are going.
Problem is, it didn't get done. It got close, but it closer than what people thought, but it didn't get done. So now it's tabled for another, month or so?
Yeah,
and
September.
Then who knows the amount of chaos people are going to have with it before it comes back into the conversation again. But as of now, I just think that, in my opinion, I just think the NCAA needs to quit fighting, and because it's just going to be more lawsuits, and players are going to play no matter what. I mean, we're seeing players that are going against even what the NCAA, when they say, no, you're not eligible, they're still going to play because they've got the courts on their side. So,
well, I think the NCAA is always going to fight for power as long as they're an organization.
And they're going to keep losing in the courts.
Whether they're going to win, lose, draw, they're always going to fight to regain their teeth because they don't have any teeth right now. So they're going to fight this as much as they possibly can.
And again, I know that probably a lot of people, I'm sick of talking about it. I know Kyle rolls his eyes every time I bring it up. But and the look that he's making right now, he's just squeezing his nose. But look, it's notable today because of Jamarcus Lawrence name being added. People have been wondering what is next for him because he is one of those athletes that played 4 years of college basketball that could potentially come back for a fifth. Where that might be, I don't know, but his name is now involved in the lawsuit in California. So we'll continue to follow it and see where potentially maybe Jamarcus Lawrence may end up. All right, got to get to a break. Much more coming up here on the show. Coming up next, we're going to hear from the tight end, Eric Ingwerson. So keep it here. Kyle had a chance to chat with him after practice. Big guy.
Huge guy. Can we do this audio only so we don't have to see the difference in the one's like an actual human being and then there's me? Like the fact that he's actually human.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in-store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Husker fans, football season is right around the corner. We need you there to continue to make Memorial Stadium the best atmosphere in college football. You can now choose between 2 mini plans, a 3-game mini plan for $185 and a 4-game mini plan for $225. These plans are your best way to guarantee a ticket to the Indiana and Ohio State game and are only available while supplies last. To purchase today or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Set, hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play, knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Knaack Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Knaack Hospitality's latest venture in Exarban Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Knaack Services. These are the Knaack Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew. Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa, that was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com, akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So this has been a name that you said jumps out like get off the bus guy, if you will, Eric Ingwerson.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure this season because I put a lot of pressure on him. He's 6'7", again, get the camera to catch it.
People are going to be mad at you if your reporting doesn't come through on this.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of pressure for good old Eric. 6'7", 265, local kid from Papillion, has always loved the Huskers. He's had some run with the ones this year, but it's more been in that inline blocking tight end. He's a physical tight end that they'll use him on 1st and 10, 2nd and 5 to get the run game going. We always echo how good the offensive line is, but if you can get a good blocking tight end like an Eric Ingwerson, we've seen Dana before. He's used, of course, 2 tight ends, maybe 3 tight ends. Do you see him and they like to overload times with 2 tight ends on one side of the line. If he's the inline to, say, Luke or Carter as the flex tight end on one side of the line on a running down, he's definitely gonna see some run in the Big Ten, I think.
Again, another really nice guy.
Yes, and really really good on the mic. Super well spoken. A lot of the guys I haven't had a chance to talk to, I was not surprised, but I haven't talked to him, so he was a super easy interview.
Yeah, and he came up, shook our hands, introduced himself to us. I think he was one that I wasn't able to get in the signing day class because it was one of the bigger classes, and he might have been one that I missed because I don't believe I had ever interviewed him either, and I was really impressed with just again all that room though. They're really smart guys. You have to be smart to play tight end, I feel like.
And Coach Satterfield, Marcus Satterfield, he demands a lot of them. We know what Dana said, but Satterfield's probably one of the louder assistant coaches on the staff. He gets after those guys, and you can see his look on his face when I mentioned Satterfield. He loves playing for him.
Those
guys
do.
love him.
They love him. They love him. All right, so without further ado, let's hear from the big tight end, Eric Ingwerson.
Now it's time for a practice report presented by Akrs. Kyle Crooks now joined by one of the bigger players on the roster, Eric Ingwerson, in that tight end room. Eric, fall camp, it's a couple of really hot days, really testing the will of the team. How are things going so far in fall camp?
They're going really good. We're pushing ourselves right now during the high heat. The first couple of days we weren't in pads. It was kind of cool out in the morning early, but now that it's like 95 degrees, we're kind of up in the ante here, so we're going in a lot of team periods. I feel like we're sharpening each other's iron right now. I feel like black defense going against the black offense has been really fun. Last year, kind of learning from Luke. All the years that I've been here, learning from Luke, I feel like he took me under his wing. So now being able to actually have a role this year and put in that work, and now seeing the process actually do its thing is kind of cool to look at. And then Luke Sorensen has been doing a really good job too. Kind of taking him under my wing and just getting extra work in with him has been fun. I think he'll be a very good player.
Off-season wise, it looks like you put on some size. What was the last couple months, June, July, for you, and where you wanted to get at physically coming into this year?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be a blocking tight end this year. So with Coach Campbell in the weight room, I was like, I want to get my legs looking like tree trunks, man. And he was like, all right, we could do that for you. So we got on the leg press every Friday, and we would just AMAP it as many reps as possible. And I put on 20 pounds. I was 245, now I'm 265, 270. So I knew I was going to be inline blocking tight end this year. So I knew I wanted to put on some size, and I achieved that. So.
What's the leg press look like? What are we putting on the leg press nowadays?
We're putting on 7 plates, and you're trying to get 30 reps. Yeah.
What are the battles like as an inline tight end facing some of the other guys at the line of scrimmage, just the aggressiveness, the competition at the line of scrimmage right now?
In my early years, it was kind of the getting my feet in the ground, the first 2 steps, just working on technique. And that's something Luke also helped me with, is getting that technique down. And now that I'm kind of a older player, I have that technique down. So handling that aggression from the defensive line, I'm able to combat that with my technique and the weight that I've put on this offseason.
What's the biggest thing that you think Luke Lindenmeyer has taught you overall, having been in this program, understanding the expectations? You've mentioned him a bunch, and you've learned from him a lot. What do you think is the top thing that he's taught you?
The top thing he taught me was straining. So when I first got here, I would get in the block good, but then I would fall off of it. So straining, finishing the block, I would say that's the biggest thing he's helped me with. But also that technique part, I think helps a lot too.
A lot of fans are interested in Luke Sorensen because he has such a high ceiling. He's a big guy for a freshman. What are you seeing from him?
He's obviously the strongest out of all of us on all of the maxes we did with squat, bench, all of that. I mean, he's going to be a very good athlete. Just like I said, getting his technique down, once he gets that down, he's going to be unstoppable.
And from a quarterback perspective, a new face in Anthony Calandre, how does he command things? What does the huddle feel like with number 10 in there?
He brings a lot of energy. I love him. He runs, I think, 22 miles an hour. So I'm looking forward to this year in that quarterback and this offensive room. So.
For you as a Papillion guy, what does it mean to be putting on that jersey? Pretty special for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, growing up in Nebraska, it's always been a dream. I had Mikey Green, Timmy Green, they're my uncles on my mom's side, and they've played here, I don't know when, but back when, yeah, you know what I mean? So being able to put the jersey on and then having them call me and just check up on me, it's been really cool.
Let me ask you about Marcus Satterfield, your tight ends coach. Pretty animated guy all the time. What's he like to be your coach?
No, he's really good. He and Luke helped me a lot with my technique. Him taking just extra time out of his day to meet extra with me and come down here and work on the sled and just getting my technique down with Luke. I would say he's done a lot to help my development.
Final one, Eric, but what's the next step for you in the next few weeks before the season starts here in camp? What are you looking to do here, accomplish?
I'm looking to accomplish a role here. Definitely securing a role, but just staying consistent in all my blocks and, like I said, getting that role. So.
Eric Ingwerson, one of the tight ends in that room, one of the bigger guys in that room. This has been a practice report presented by Akrs.
Again, we know if you're watching on our platforms, on the streaming services, he's a big guy, and he does not make Kyle look very big.
That's unfortunate.
But he makes a lot of people look small. He makes some offensive linemen look small.
What did he say, 7 plates on the leg press that he was doing? He's an impressive guy. But Luke Sorensen, he's
the
the
freshman
strongest.
is the strongest one in the room.
I would not. If you line these guys up, I would say it'd be Ingwerson by a mile, but I would love to see 225 on each side, 2 plates on each side. What Sorensen, they have those numbers. I'd maybe ask Corey Campbell what Sorensen's 225 bench is.
You know, he was talking about the technique and the things that he's learned from Luke Lindenmeyer and then even, Coach Satterfield. But I think he got some opportunity last year, and I think they're going to be able to utilize him again this year.
Yeah.
Even more.
It's interesting, too, because you have Caden Knaack, who played that almost blocking. He's in the tight end room, but he was an H-back a little bit last year, lining him up at fullback as a tight end, flex tight end. How do they utilize Knaack as opposed to Ingwerson in this offense? Both guys that you don't expect them to be pass catchers in this offense. So they have versatility in that room. You'd expect Luke and Carter to get the bulk of that, of the grabs in the tight end room. And then is Luke Sorensen still a year away? Again, 5 for 5, you have a chance to, if there's some momentum there, you have a chance to play a Luke Sorensen. But how far away is a Luke Sorensen to actually finding valuable reps in conference games?
It's funny, right after the signing day show, and I had talked to Luke Sorensen, And we talk about how the players, how they, light up when you ask them about Marcus Satterfield. When I asked Coach Satterfield about Luke Sorensen, you should have seen the giddy look on his face. He really likes Luke Sorensen.
Well, he was an offensive lineman turned tight end. Like, he's a blocking guy.
That's what he told me, because he started out on the offensive line. So he was a guy, it was natural for him to block first, which is opposite of what you normally do with tight ends. Normally, they're probably wide receivers that get big and that you have to teach them all the other things, but he was the opposite. He had to learn. His pass catching ability was something that had to catch up with everything else.
Yeah, it seems like it has. Everybody you talk to, whether it's Luke or we've talked about Carter, I think internal media days about Luke Sorensen. It seems like it's a bright future. If it's not this year, he was a great get in what was a smaller 2026 class, but they are incredibly high on what he's going to bring to this offense.
Sporting the Mohawk on fan.
I didn't see that, but I got to I only see him with his helmet on.
All right, got to get to a break. We're going to hear another conversation post-practice coming up here next. Tyler Knaack, another great interview, by the way.
Tremendous voice, too.
Yes, he needs to do
some voiceover stuff.
Movie stuff, yeah. Take your role at that.
Movie trailer?
Yes.
Okay.
He's better than you, I think, would be.
I didn't know it was a competition, but I appreciate that.
Everything is around here.
Whatever chance you have.
I don't want to talk over you, though. I don't want to interrupt you, though. So, all right. Got to get to a break. That conversation coming up next here on Sports Nightly.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is quickly approaching, and we need you in the Sea of Red at Memorial Stadium this fall. Single game tickets for all 7 home games start at just $45 and are now available in both end zone and sideline seat locations. These tickets are only available while supplies last, so get yours today before they're gone. To purchase your Husker football single game tickets or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the Sea of Red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
At Woodhouse Hyundai, triple your down payment in a new 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE. Lease yours for just $264 per month. Put $2,000 down and we'll add another $4,000 on us. Plus, rest assured with Hyundai Owner's Assurance, America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Visit WoodhouseHyundai.com or WoodhousePlaceHyundai.com today. 36 months, 10,000 miles per year with approved credit. Tax, title, license extra. First payment $299 doc fee and $650 acquisition fee due at signing. Stock number H260847. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. All right, got another post-practice interview to play for you here tonight. Got a chance to chat with Tyler Knaack, another guy that's been around this program. He transferred in, but he's still been around this program a long time. And so when you talk about being old, he is one of the older guys. In fact, he jokes that they are calling him Unk now. But had a chance to chat with him after practice to catch up with all things Husker offensive line. It's time for another fall camp practice report presented by Akrs. I'm Jessica Coody here with the senior offensive lineman, Tyler Knaack. How you feeling? How you holding up through fall camp so far?
It's great. It's year 5. Coming out here year 4 with Coach Rule. Weather's been great. Team's so close. It's awesome to see how they got together this year. Really just brought in the GBR mindset we've had this whole offseason. Dorms are the dorms. You'll hear everyone say that. But at the end of the day, we're all loving it, getting after each other. You love to hear the talk on the field. Love to hear the pads hitting again. So it's good.
Why is this team so close? Why does it feel so different? We're hearing a lot of guys say that.
Yeah, I would give it a large credit to the transfer class and the freshman class that have come in. Previous years, you have a little bit of hesitation, old culture, maybe high school culture coming in. This year, everyone's buying in 100%. Everyone's chips are on the table, and it's awesome to see it, whether it be the O-liner and wide receivers, everyone's stepping up. Quasi, Ant, Tree, Brennan, they're all doing a great job of being leaders, and it's really awesome to see the community aspect this year rather than 1 or 2 guys talking the whole time.
That's great. How have you seen just the depth pay dividends here in the offensive line room throughout OTAs and what you guys have done through fall camp?
Yeah, I mean, getting that head start on OTAs was amazing. I mean, spring ball early, huge amount of time to go OTAs, work on our craft without the pads on. Obviously, it was nice to get the pads back on, but just building that depth, building all that technique, all that mental part of the game. A lot of it, I mean, physically, we're all D1 athletes. At the end of the day, we're all D1. But it's that mental game that you're going to set apart from the next guy. You see Indiana last year, a lot of really good plays, very, very few negative plays. We want to get to that point where we're all on the same page.
Speaking of technique, what have you guys liked about Jeep Wade's technique, and why do you feel like it's going to work for you guys this season?
Yeah, Jeep's awesome. He brings in this amazing technique that, you know, we've tried a little bit away from for the last few years. Lonnie Teasley coming in, OG Frank as well. They're all doing a great job coming in, just influencing us and sharing with their past experience, whether it be at Georgia Tech or South Carolina, wherever it may have been. Them coming in, just adding more tools to the basket, more eyes to see what you're doing. It's nice to have 4 coaches out here. We have 20-something guys, and 4 coaches is really helpful.
Dana Holgerson was joking when he was asked about this team. He said, we're old. You're one of those old guys, right? How does it feel different for a team when you're old?
It's well, when you're called Unk, like as an uncle, that's a new term. But it's a brotherhood aspect. It's telling the young guys how to go through life, you know, showing them the ropes, whether it be on the field, in the classroom, whether it be in the community, stuff like that, showing them to put the best foot forward. We're so grateful to have these amazing fans here in the state of Nebraska and giving back to them as much as we can. For example, like the brotherhood and just the culture aspect of this team this year, being an old team, there's a lot more respect going around. I mean, you got guys coming in from 5 schools coming in, and this is their 5th school. You got guys 2nd school, whatever it may be. All that culture coming in. Miss Jill, she's our janitor here at the facility. It is her last day at the facility. She's transferring away. But seeing the love that our team has shared with her and the amazing culture aspect that she's brought along, just, you know, fist bumping every time we see her. She's got the brightest smile on her face, and it's shed across the rest of the team, too.
What about on the field? How does that translate when you're old? What does that do for a team, and especially here in the early goings of camp?
Yeah, I mean, our youngest O-lineman right now in that black group's in his 4th year. It's really nice to have that experience and that depth. Also, 3 guys from their programs, whether it be Brennan saying, hey, you want to get this hand up here this time? I haven't heard about that in the last 3 years. Or whether it be Tree doing the same thing. You have all this experience and all this culture in the O-line room that's allowing us to excel in the field. It helps that we're all hanging out outside the field too, whether it be we love to watch some UFC, we love to watch other games, whatever it may be, cookouts, whatever it may be, just having a good time together.
As a group, being that you have so many guys that have played so much football, are you guys taking on responsibility to kind of be the leaders of this entire football team?
Yeah, I would say that the older guys are definitely stepping up for sure. You see a couple young guys stepping up too in incredible ways. You're seeing the running back room. I mean, they're just attacking it, coming back, right? A little bit of adversity in the offseason that we know of, but having every guy come back in here being fully bought in has been awesome. Whether it be, I mean, we have 3 guys in the quarterback room that have all started games in the past, so having that experience has been super awesome. Just across the whole offense, and I don't even start on the defense. They're doing their own great thing. You have so much good talent and knowledge over there of the game, but just the aspects of experience, being able to camaraderie and all that.
All right, tell us about that running back room, because no Emmett Johnson, surprise, surprise. I know you're surprised to hear that, but how do you like that group and just, again, the potential of that entire group?
Yeah, I mean, I only have 4 possible stars in that group, but frankly speaking, like, there's some amazing talent in that group, whether it be young, old, experienced, out of state, in state, whatever it may be. I mean, they have an incredible diversity in that group. You have amazing pass blockers, you have amazing catchers, runners, whatever it may be. Just, I mean, I don't want to say a committee, but an amazing group that's a part of that. Obviously, Emmett's leaving. He's down in KC. Excited to go watch him play. But he's giving these guys as much time as he can, too. He's getting on the phone. When he's back here, he's helping, working with them. Just making sure that he's sharing his experience, too.
Last thing, just what's your excitement level for what this group can continue to do here throughout camp?
I mean, it's through the roof. It's 5th year in college. It's incredible. It's super cool to see how close we are, how far along we are with these OTAs. I think it's the best position we've been in 4 years under Coach Rule, and he'll agree with you. He'll say that too. And just loving the game, loving playing each play, not looking too far ahead, not looking down the road, but every play, every snap, every drive, every game, whatever it may be, just attacking that next rep and executing.
Great stuff. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Tyler Knaack with the Fall Camp Practice Report presented by Akrs. Again, just another fantastic interview, as we mentioned, just a great perspective, and he's certainly one of those players that's going to provide some depth there on the offensive line.
Yeah, especially at the interior offensive line, can play both guard positions, can probably bang out and play the tackles, either one of the tackles. Katula is, you have 2, Katula is still fighting for that right tackle spot with Tree. I think even Coach Rule had mentioned that publicly. But you have 2 Swiss Army knife players in Knaack and Katula that can really maneuver around the offensive line, and those are pieces that you don't get on every roster. He's going to be important. He's going to play this year. He started the bowl game last year against his old team in Utah. Incredibly mature, the way that he goes about his business. If he knocks somebody down to the ground in a practice, he'll pick them up. Mm-hmm. You don't always see that. He's an incredibly competitive guy, but he's a man of faith too. If you know anything about Tyler, incredibly, he's a man of God, and I think he speaks a lot at a lot of like schools and things about his faith and football, and just an extremely mature person. I remember when I first got hired here, he was one of the first people to reach out to me on Instagram and say, "Welcome to the Huskers."
Oh, that's awesome.
And so we've always kind of had that connection ever since. And I think he's just an awesome, awesome guy that he will indeed factor into this offensive line.
And I think the team loves him too, but he, he talked about just the closeness of the group of the offensive line, and we're continuing to hear that. I just am so impressed by that, given that these are not guys that have all come up together through the system. I mean, you have some new pieces here, but it is credit to guys like Tyler Knaack and Justin Evans and Gunnar Gatula that have been around, that kind of have created that culture that when these players come in, it's easy for them just to fit right in and to feel like they've been here. And obviously it has a lot to do with the character of guys that they brought in. But I think it probably more so speaks to what the culture's in place in that room that allows for everything to go so seamless.
It makes Jeep's job a little easier when you have a Tyler Knaack, Gunnar Gatula, Justin Evans in that room that can really help, that have helped build a foundation but continue that culture when things get tough. That's a guy that you want next to you, Tyler Knaack, because he knows how to talk to his teammates. He knows how to relate to all different types of teammates that you might have, because he is an incredibly nice guy, but he has a fierceness about him when it comes down to knocking the snot out of somebody on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
He also talked about, too, just the how important it's been throughout this camp OTAs that there's been, 3 guys that are coaching up the offensive line. And so, when the team split up, so there's, 3 different fields, and they'll mix them up different ways, whether it's, ones versus ones versus twos, whatever it might be. And you've got a coach with every single offensive line group.
Yeah, and want to mention, too, Lonnie Teasley. I don't think we mention him enough. We always talk a lot about Jeep, and Coach Rule is very quick to always mention Lonnie Teasley. I mean, he was an offensive line coach in the SEC at South Carolina. He is a huge part. I don't know if you want to call it. I know he's the run game coordinator, but it's essentially co-O-line coaches in what they do. If Jeep's over here, then Lonnie's over here. They have another assistant that they put a lot of stock in that's with, if it's the threes or what have you. So they have a lot of people from a coaching standpoint that they are incredibly confident in.
And again, I think this is something, too, that we've been talking about over several years. The fact that when Coach Rule got here, that number in the offensive line room was not where it needed to be. It had to grow. So now you've got a room that not only has, the starting depth, but the backup depth, and then also guys that you're continuing to help develop. And so you have a lot more numbers now that, it just is so much more beneficial to have basically 2 offensive line coaches.
I want to mention, too, Frank Verducci has spent a lot of time with the offensive line. He's a virtual scout. I asked Ed Foley the other day because I hadn't seen Frank out at practice. He's a remote guy, so he does his advanced scouting work. Will send all his reports to the coaches about future opponents. But he's been working closely in camp whenever he's in town. He'll be here and work with the offensive line. But he was the offensive line coach worked with the offensive line from 2018 to 2021 here in Nebraska. He worked with Cam Jurgens. He's been at Iowa, he's been at Maryland, Florida, Northwestern. So he's been around for a long time, and they have a lot of faith in him to help guys along. He oversaw the development of Joe Thomas, longtime tackle in the NFL with the Cleveland Browns, who's he's going to be, I think he's a Hall of Famer already, but he's kind of ushered along some of the best in the game.
Great stuff. All right, got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up hour number 1 next. The next generation of Huskers starts now. Join the official kids club of Nebraska Athletics today to score access to select home games, a discount at the team store, and endless Husker spirit. Get the most of your membership by registering early. Go to huskers.com/kids club to get your membership today. Again, huskers.com/kids club. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McInnes Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McInnes for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McInnes difference at McInnesInc.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Cybersecurity is a fundamental component of today's business operations. It's not just an add-on, it's essential for business protection. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know that cyber threats are always changing and require constant vigilance. That's why our team delivers real-time threat monitoring and advanced security protocols to safeguard your data and reputation. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we put security at the forefront of your success. Cybersecurity is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Find your next vehicle at Woodhouse Buick GMC. Right now, you can save up to $13,000 off MSRP on the 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. Visit us in store or shop online at WoodhouseBuickGMC.com today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade. With approved credit. Must finance with dealer. Must own and trade in a 2012 or newer passenger vehicle. Tax, title, license extra. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. Stock number V260747. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back to Sports Nightly. Kyle Crooks and Jessica Coody, final segment here of hour number 1. So did you see this story out of Arkansas High School? In fact, I think it's the same high school as Jacob Lanier. but at high school football practice, kid pulled off his helmet, and there is a snake in the helmet, and he practiced with it for like an hour, but it was not even just any kind of snake. It wasn't like a bullhead snake or whatever. I'm not a snake expert by any means. It was a cottonmouth. I would quit. I would never play the game again.
Those are extremely venomous.
Yes.
He had somebody on his side there because the fact that it didn't bite him at all, that's terrifying. I don't know how you ever put anything on your head again. A hat, a helmet, forget about a helmet. I don't know how you go back to practice. He practiced for an hour with a venomous cottonmouth inside of his helmet.
So it was underneath the helmet's padding. It stayed hidden from view until the student began noticing the strange feeling in the headpiece during practice.
Who's the equipment man? They probably don't have an equipment manager in high school, but somebody let that slide. And how do you not notice it at all or hear it?
Ugh.
There's a lot of follow-ups that are necessary.
I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
What did they do with the snake after that? They just let it go, or they give it to animal control?
Hopefully they killed it.
Oh, come on.
But it was, I've seen it on my social media, but it continues to grow more and more steam. And oh my gosh, I'm freaked out by it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're that player, how you ever find the courage to put another football helmet on. I think a phobia or something comes from that where you can never do that again.
I did find an update. The Mau Mau Animal Services has since relocated the snake to a forested area away from the school.
The Mau Mau. The famous Mau Mau?
Mau Mau. Mau Mau.
Mau Mau?
Mau Mau.
Sounds like an ice cream shop or something.
I don't know.
Mau Mau.
That is freaky, though. Oof. Let me look up real quick because I do know that we're Jacob Lanier. No, I don't think so. Never mind. I'm wrong. But anyways, yeah, that was a wild story.
That is crazy. I mean, I wonder if there's something similar that a story like that where it's maybe not a snake, but like a frog hopped in and, I don't know if it's a helmet or there's a little frog that maybe hopped in somebody's cleats or sneakers before a practice. There's probably similar stories that have happened.
Ugh.
Spider. You know the old thing that you swallow 8 spiders in your sleep in a year? I think it's fake.
True?
I don't think it's true, but it was always something that was said as fact.
Maybe that's a better reason to start mouth taping. That's all the rage,
is the thing.
I think
people prefer I do that during the games.
Somebody I talked to that was a player here started mouth taping and sleeping. Who was it? I think it was a wide receiver that he was here a couple years ago and said it's life-changing.
Life-changing, huh? Does it help your breath or something?
Yeah, because I don't think you're supposed to breathe through your mouth while you're sleeping or something like that. I don't know. I'm not the health expert around here. That's you.
I'm not an expert on mouth tape. Look at that.
Maybe you should try it. Let us know. Give us an update.
Yeah, why not?
All right, that's going to do it for hour number 1 of Sports Nightly. Hour 2 up next. Keep it right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end-of-summer scaries into end-of-summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a Tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
Every year, Nebraska comes together. Across small towns, big cities, living rooms and stadium seats, one thing connects us all. It's more than athletics. It's community. It's tradition. It's home. Allo is proud to keep connections strong with 100% fiber internet and hometown service built for Nebraskans. Stay connected to what matters with Allo Fiber, proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
Drive into summer during the Woodhouse Ford Summer Sales Event. From family road trips to tackling the toughest jobs, a new Ford is ready for every mile ahead. For a limited time, receive $1,000 bonus cash plus a 2-year premium maintenance plan on select 2026 Ford models. Browse our inventory online or visit us in store in Blair, Omaha, or Plattsmouth today. With approved credit, tax, title, license extra, $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer applies to select stock numbers. 2-year premium maintenance plan includes 2 free oil changes. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Good evening. I'm Christopher Sullivan Diaz, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the experienced advisors at Stonebridge Wealth Systems. Finishing off a successful summer of competition for the Nebraska Swimming and Diving program was a duo of divers who traveled to the 2026 USA Diving National Championships. Competing for the Huskers was veteran Abby Baxter and rising sophomore Addie Farman at the Peak Health Aquatic Center at Milan Park in Morgantown, West Virginia. In other news, the Lakers were sold again today for a record $12.5 billion to Disney CEO Bob Iger and businessman Josh Kushner. Earlier today, former NBA MVP and 9-time All-NBA player Russell Westbrook retired, concluding a legendary 20-year NBA career with accolades such as 2 scoring titles, 3 assist titles, and the most triple-doubles of all time. And finally, last night, the Chicago White Sox had their inaugural Pope Hat Night, in which the Southside team handed out papal-themed White Sox hats shaped with a point at the very end to fans in attendance to honor the Sox fan in residency at the Vatican, Pope Leo XIV. Our sports ticker is brought to you by Stonebridge Wealth Systems, navigating you to and through the retirement of your dreams. Local advisors, a disciplined process, a retirement compass. Visit StonebridgeIWM.com. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly is up next right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal, helping homeowners and businesses protect what matters most for over 45 years.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the line, her 1-ball pitch. Ava swings and drives this one to center. Johnson going back. It's good. It's good. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
5:58 to go in the first half of play as Jamarcus Lawrence trots it into the front court, picked up by Cooper Campbell. Bounce pass, left corner, 3-ball. Sanford got another one. 5 of them. Sanford exhorting the crowd, and they oblige, and the Huskers are up 11.
Keelan Smith, the motion man from left to right. Snap, quick screen near left, leaping catch from Hunter, leaks through, breaks an ankle tackle. There he goes, Hunter, 40, 35, 30. Hunter all the way. That just might be your dagger.
Now, here are your hosts, Jessica Coody and Kyle Crooks on the Huskers Radio Network.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. Huskers going to be practicing at night. So they've done this a little bit, I guess, throughout fall camp since Coach Rule's been here. We're practicing in the morning, and then they have all-day football stuff. We're watching film. I mean, their schedules, we get it. It is all day, every day.
Meetings, training table, ding, ding, ding. You have every minute is accounted for from when they wake up to their curfew.
That being said, though, they are trying to, again, make sure that they got a feel for practicing in the evening, though, as well, which they've done the last couple years.
Because the heat, every once in a while, it gives a little extra recovery time, too, which I would guess factors into it. But the last 2 days have been scorchers.
Do we know when they're moving to the game week-like schedule?
Yes.
I assume, is it next week for class? Not next week.
I think
classes.
It's the week that classes start. Yes. I believe the 24th is when which those are now going to be afternoon, late afternoon practices moving forward when they used to be morning. So they're switching what their game week preparation is like. Coach Rule has talked about that.
We did mention they were going to be moving out of the dorms, which I know they were excited about. So the guys were up here. So we're going to play a Husker Connections podcast for you here in just a few minutes, presented by Aloe Fiber. And TJ Lateef, Donovan Jones were the first pairing. And moving on from here on out, Damon Benning's going to be handling the duties of that podcast. So he had a chance to have Nizea Hunter and Ja'Cory Barney together. So that's
excited for that.
The second one.
How about that trio? That's a trio right there. I don't know who talks the most out of that. Damon still might be talking the most out of that trio.
Yeah, right. But we kind of joked about we've seen him more than ever, but he's another one that's getting used to being on call basically 24/7, 25/8.
He asked for this.
Yes.
So you are now in the middle of the cement mixer, DB. So he's getting used to it. I talked to him yesterday. I'm like, you'll You'll get used to it. It's just, it is an adjustment period for him.
He does. I mean, you could just tell, though, he's in his element at practice, though, and he's, chatted with a few of the guys, and I know he's got a lot of great ideas that he wants to bring to the program. And again, we are going to miss him in the booth, but I know this is something that he's been really wanting to do and have an opportunity on staff. And again, when you talk about somebody who loves this program, who wants to pour blood, sweat, tears, heart and soul, everything into it, it's Damon Benning. And so we were going to bring him on the air at some point and kind of dive into his role. But Husker football they put out a video actually last night, and he kind of talked about his role and why this was the time to do it. So we wanted to play that for you here tonight.
My name is Damon Benning, the new development director and in charge of, I guess, what you'd call media and NIL branding for the players. A fantastic opportunity for myself. Played here, have followed this program for a long, long time. I have a genuine, heartfelt love for Nebraska. And the strange thing, and sometimes people give me a hard time about it, is it's like that agape love where it's without conditions. And so even though it's not always the way that I want it to be or the results that I think it should yield, it's always been a place that I've loved that kind of gave me the opportunity to do something like this. Why now? Leaving media, the broadcast booth, the morning show, coaching high school. So an extremely difficult decision, one in which took a lot of prayerful consideration. And it was a change. The big thing for me is Coach Rule and this staff. A lot of you guys know we have a tremendous relationship, and sometimes it's difficult to work for friends, but that's a tackle and a challenge that I'm willing to embrace. I love the vision. I love the drive. I like how he's starting to put strategic pieces in the building because I love the infrastructure of what's going on here. It's got amazing facilities. The fan base is spectacular, and it has a lot of the parts, and he's kind of made this, I wouldn't call it necessarily a philosophical shift, but this cultural emphasis on grit and toughness and overcoming failure and moving on to the next thing. It's just something that really fits my personality. I get the opportunity to pour into players. I get a chance to set up events. I get a chance to talk about what's going on in your day-to-day, how to manage it. I love the role. I love the chance to be a Swiss Army knife and to be a part on ground zero. We're getting a chance to work with Kristen and Corey and be a part of the vision. I think something special is happening. There are so many things that go on with these young people that we don't really understand from a fan's perspective, and that's not your fault. That's just optics. But optics is a term that people use when they don't have enough information, and so I want to be a conduit for not only the university and Coach Rule and this athletic department, but for you, the fan base, as well. We've got a ton of great people in this building, and I just want to be a part of what's going on and continue to be an extension of ironing, sharpening iron, and investing in young people, because that's what this program believes in.
Again, he just talked about just his belief in the staff and the pieces that are in place. And I mean, we've had the privilege of being around him a little bit when we've traveled, and he's just, you want to talk about somebody who fully believes that this is the in the right direction with Matt Rule and just again some of the changes that have been made. But he's just such a perfect guy for the role. They've changed it up a little bit from what it was before, and just the player development role. And with all of this stuff, I mean, we're playing for you basically every night some of this branding type stuff that these players are involved in with, being able to get their name, image, and likeness out there, and that's this bigger than it's ever been right now, and a huge part of these college football programs moving forward. And so he's somebody that's been in the media, can talk with those guys. He's going to be, it's all hands on deck with recruiting with this staff they have. And I think that's why a lot of times we hear players that it's hard to say no to, because they develop relationships with so many different people that are part of the staff beyond just the coaches. And so he's going to be perfect for that role when you talk about recruiting and, just having the relationships of so many of the guys that are already on the team that they can go knock on his door and have another ear. And then somebody that wants the best for this program. I just, all those boxes that you would want, that Coach Rule would want for that role, Damon Benning checks.
And you also have to factor in just how much these are 18 to 22-year-old kids, for the most part, how much they go through in their daily lives. That's also factored into this position, almost of somebody that these guys can sit down and talk to about certain things in their life, whether it's football or, maybe they don't like where they are at the depth chart, how to sit with that a little bit and learn how to compete, how to deal with some of the failures of sports, but also the failures of life. Because these guys, a lot of maybe what they go through off the field carries on the field, and that's the reason maybe for a lagging performance, just the stuff that fans sometimes don't factor in. But Damon's a huge part of helping these guys, even outside of just football. I mean, how they live life and how they go about their business.
So mentioned, again, you'll be seeing him and hearing him on social media platforms with some of these content pieces, if you will, that will be coming out here over the next few months. But so it's not like you're not hearing anything from DB. And I know we've gotten a lot of questions, and we will make that announcement when we're ready here on the Huskers Radio Network, who will be sitting next to Kyle in the booth.
Yeah, it's hopefully we know sooner rather than later, because the season is sooner rather than later. So we're working on it. We promise.
You've been surprisingly calm about it.
Yeah. Look, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Because again, David was such a big part of when you came on your interview visit and feeling confident and being in the booth. So that's why I'm like, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, well, every time I see him, I say, Damon, every time I see your face, I'm going to cry. So I don't know how good I'm really doing. He says, I know. This was not an easy decision for him.
No.
Not just the radio stuff, but the coaching. His son's on West Side. Mike is on West Side. Now Caleb's here. But that's a huge decision to leave his coaching gig at West Side, because he loves doing that and doing the radio, and not just the morning show, but of course the stuff in the booth. He loved the way he was able to teach fans, and I think fans appreciated how much inside football knowledge that he was able to give them, and how much fans got smarter by listening to him. And like you said, they'll still hear a lot from him because of all these NIL initiatives. All these guys have to do podcasts and interviews, and Damon's on the other end of it, that he's going to be thrown into the fire and hosting a lot of these things because he has the media acumen.
But again, stay tuned. We'll have more information in terms of the Huskers Radio Network broadcast very, very soon. All right, got to get to a break. Coming up next, we're going to hear from a couple of the players in the Husker Connections podcast, TJ Lateef, Donovan Jones. I had a chance to do that one, and then it will not be me moving forward. But we'll play you that conversation here coming up next on Sports Nightly. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Husker fans, single game tickets for Nebraska soccer are on sale now. Head to Barbara Hibner Stadium this fall to cash big matchups against Notre Dame, Alabama, USC, UCLA, and more. Want to catch every match? Season tickets are still available and start at $98. Get your tickets today by visiting huskers.com/tickets or by calling 1-800-8-BIG-RED.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Crew.
Anna, what says summer to you?
Sunshine, road trips, camping.
And?
Ford being #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands according to J.D. Power.
And?
And low APR offers with Ford credit financing on a select lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs.
My kind of summer.
For APR offer information, visit Ford.com or your local Ford dealer. For J.D. Power 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2026 model year.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about
more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Feel like you're always on the run? Me too. As an independent financial professional, I help all kinds of busy people. Young families planning for college, couples working toward retirement, people securing their legacy. Wherever you are in life, Emeritus can help you get more out of life with insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. You're moving fast. Let's help make sure you're on the path to a fulfilling life. Find your next step at emeritus.com. Insurance products issued by Emeritus Life Insurance Corp.
Nebraska football fans know what it takes to be the best. You've got to handle the heat, power through the cold, read the pressure. Same goes for the techs at John Henry's. They're trusted to perform when it's all on the line. When winter's driving hard and your furnace fumbles. When your thermostat is in the red zone. When the power goes out before the final whistle. Make the easy call.
Call 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
And electrical.
Right now at Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get 0% APR for up to 84 months on all new 2026 Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee L models during the Make This the Summer event. Or enjoy 10% off MSRP on all in-stock 2026 Ram 2500s and Ram 3500s. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Woodhouse Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Blair and Bellevue. With approved credit, tax title license extra when financed with Stellantis Financial Services. $299 doc fee due at signing. Offer expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
The Akrs Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs Equipment, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing equipment, parts, and service to keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com, akrs.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So we're going to play for you now the very first episode of the Husker Connections podcast. And I think for the most part, it'll probably be like two guys at a time. Just, again, a little bit of a conversation, different kind of interview, if you will. You normally have the one-on-ones. But the first pairing was the quarterback, TJ Lateef, and the defensive back, Donovan Jones. So I had a chance to chat with them and dive into fall camp and their favorite part of the facility. A lot of good stuff. So we're going to play that conversation for you now, presented by Aloe Fiber. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Y'all are our first ones to do multiple at a time in our new studio. So thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I asked you guys why you got paired together. What was your response to that, TJ?
We're probably the best two looking on the team, so probably paired us together.
Yeah. Well, okay, so a few practices into fall camp. How has it gone so far? How have you guys liked the way that the teams attack fall camp?
Well, I feel like everybody's been doing a good job of attacking it. It's been getting hot, but everybody's been doing a good job of attacking it and having fun and just competing at the highest level.
Yeah, I would have to say kind of the same thing, and I just think a lot of growth is just coming in, and a lot of people learning, making mistakes. Like this early period of the fall camp is to make mistakes, like you're getting new calls or whatever, and just going through it. And I just think it's just good seeing everybody learn and grow through fall camp, and just has been good so far. A lot of competing.
Coach Rule was saying that he feels like this is no longer a new defense anymore. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I would say it isn't. I think that that OTA period really helped us, and I just think that Coach Orich has something going on that's really good, and it's going to be good in the season.
Okay, so take us into the OTAs. Why was that so beneficial? How was it different maybe than years past that allowed for you guys to be further ahead than maybe normal?
I feel like OTAs was a good opportunity for all the younger guys who's newer, maybe like transfers, freshmen. I feel like that was a good time for them to be able to understand the playbook, feel comfortable, be able to go out there and play with confidence, be able to play fast. I feel like when you know what's going on the field, you're able to play faster. So I feel like it was a good opportunity for those guys to just be able to understand the playbook and know what's going on and know what we want offensively on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I think it helped the defense out a lot, especially just how we kind of did it. Like after spring ball, we did all those months of OTAs, and I just think us moving full speed while doing it, but just no pads, but we still can put hands on and everything. Like I just think everybody still got that and is carrying it over into fall camp now with pads. So I just think that was a big step, everybody communicating and getting new plays and just working it there.
Compare like an OTA to a typical practice. Is it like a normal practice, like what you would do in the spring, or is it completely different?
I'll say like our OTAs are kind of similar to practice. Practices are just longer now, but like OTA, we still got a lot of work in. Like we were doing team periods and Indy, and then still doing other stuff like that. I think more now is like special teams, and then just a couple more periods that weren't in OTAs that are now in.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've also heard that it's been pretty intense in the weight room throughout the last few months.
Oh yeah.
Why has it felt different, and what is it that sets, I guess, you guys apart? Because we hear the transfers come in and say it's more intense than anything else that they've been a part of. So take us inside that weight room and what it's like.
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's a lot of good work that goes on in there, but I feel like it's beneficial for us. Whether that's helping us finish workouts. I mean, the workouts in there are hard, but that's what the season's going to be. You know what I mean? Being able to finish each set of squat, each set of bench press is like finishing the fourth quarter when the game's on the line. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that just helped us, grow as a team, get bigger, faster, and stronger. So that, you know what I'm saying, the season, that's how the season's going to go. We got to be able to finish.
Yeah, I think Coach Campbell and his staff did a great job over this offseason, just building us mentally and physically, just putting us through hard stuff and things that we don't want to do. But like how TJ said, the season's not going to be easy, and it's not going to go how we want it to go all the time. So I just think we built a good grit, and we have a thing called GBR, and I just think that we kind of hit that over this offseason.
Why is grit a word we're hearing so much from this group?
It's the G in GBR, and then the brotherhood is B, and then relentless execution is the R.
Okay, so now that you guys have been through it, this is what fall camp 2 for you, 3 for you, correct?
Yeah.
Has it felt different though the time leading up to taking the field though? Just I guess with everything, with how you guys attacked the weight room, but also just maybe the focus for this group. Has it felt different this year?
I will honestly say I feel like we're a lot ahead than where we were last year. I feel like as far as offensively, the plays, I feel like we're a lot ahead. Just being able to get through the installs, we have minor mental errors, but more just, you know what I'm saying, just being able to attack it. I just feel like we're a lot ahead of where we were last year.
Yeah, I think just with the defense, just going into this fall camp and how it's been, and it's been really good. I think the dudes are flying around, hitting people and guarding really good, but I just think just being better with the communication. This is also with me, better with the communication and just everybody knowing where your help is in the defense and just executing that.
All right, so you guys compete. I mean, you guys go at it. I mean, you guys are on opposite sides of the ball. How do you guys balance, hey, we're going to get after each other, but, hey, we're going to be good after we step off the field, too?
I mean, because I feel like that's where the iron sharpens iron comes in. I feel like that's what builds brotherhood. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the biggest thing that we need, because when it comes down to it on Saturdays, I'm not going against Donnie on Saturdays. I'm going against whoever we're playing, the opponent. So I feel like that's just a way to build brotherhood and help sharpen our sword so that we could just be able to compete and help each other grow.
Yeah, same thing. And I really just think just competing and whatever you say on the field should stay on the field. Like, I think if it gets off the field, that's when the team has a problem. Like, you're just beefing over something that was just on the field. Like, that's just what football is. So, yeah, I'll say that.
It's pretty competitive, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we have heard a lot about the facility. There's some videos out, but I thought it might be fun to ask you guys, because you're there all the time right now. So what is your favorite part of the facility? Where can they find TJ? Where can they find Donnie most of the time if you're not, like, practicing?
You probably find me either in the locker room or the recovery area. Those are my two favorite places to be. Just vibing out on the couches, on the locker room, probably taking me a nap, or probably after practice or before practice, probably be in the recovery area, getting some recovery in, getting my body right.
Yeah, I'd say the recovery area is just, I kind of hit them all. Like, I just always have been like that. Just, I know that, like, your body is just an important part of football and keeping it right. So I do all of that. And then, over the field, I mean, yeah, I kind of just, I'm here for a while, so I kind of go everywhere.
So you can take a nap in the locker room? Are you like someone that can sleep anywhere?
Yeah. We got couches. We got some comfy couches.
Got some comfy couches in there.
But I'm sure it gets loud. Can you sleep through that? Or are you one that you need some quiet?
I mean, after practice, everybody's on the same type of time. Man. Everybody got the same mentality. We hit the lights.
Yeah.
Everybody just relaxing. When it gets around closer to time to meeting room, the lights are shut on. Everybody get up and go to meetings. And
But you'll know when you can take a nap or not. Like, it'll get loud and lights will be on. But when it's off, like, usually people know to chill, and then there's a whole bunch of spots.
Are there, like, number one couches that people want the most, or are they all pretty much the same?
They're exactly the same. They're
just maybe not as much, like, there's not room for everybody in the locker room to sit on those couches. So if you get them, you get them. If not, you got to go find another spot to
first come, first serve.
Yeah.
How about the recovery area? Has that been something you've had to learn hey, we've got to be diligent at this, just given the ground and pound that you put on the body, or is that something that you've always been good at?
I mean, I just feel like it's just about being a pro at the end of the day. Everybody wants to play at the highest level, so you want to get there, you got to treat yourself and conduct yourself as a pro. So just taking care of your body, and just treating yourself like a pro.
Yeah, I think that both of us do a great job in the recovery, and it's more of us just trying to get everybody on the team to know it's important, not just once we're done with our workout, practice, whatever, that you just get out of the facility and go back home.
Is there a specific part of the recovery room that's the best, that's your favorite to do?
I'd probably say the sauna for me.
I mean, we got it all in there. You got the sauna, you got the red light, you got the cold tub, you got the hot tub, you got the sleep pods, you got a lot of options. It's just about what you're feeling, how you're feeling, and what you want to go at.
Yeah.
All right, so another thing that's been said is that this team feels old. I mean, you are older, one of the more experienced. I know you're still kind of a young guy, but you have experience too. But how does it feel different being that the team is older now, that you go from being a younger guy to an older guy too?
I'll just say, like, just maturity, maturity in the locker room, maturity on the field. I mean, being able to own what you did, and when you mess up, like, hey, that's on me. We'll get that back. You know what I mean? I just feel like the team's more mature, the team's more closer. It's more of a brotherhood. I mean, I just feel like that helps when you got a lot of guys around you that played a lot of football, so they know what it takes to get to that where we want to get to.
Yeah, I would say it kind of just, like, helps with trust too. Like, you're with guys that you know have played, and you just know that they're gonna do their job when they're out there. Yeah. And so, yeah, I'd say that.
That's cool. Okay, so then, like, just moving forward and making sure that this team is kind of taking that next step. What goes into that, and just making sure that, again, day to day, what needs to be done for this team to be where you want to be?
I mean, I feel like just having a plan each day you go out at practice. I mean, we watch film before we go out to practice. We go over the script before we go out to practice. So just having a plan on what you want to do to get better. Like, I feel like if a coach is constantly telling you to fix this, I mean, I feel like you don't have a plan when you go out there. I feel like if a coach is telling you to fix something, I feel like practice is the best way to go out there and try to fix that.
Yeah, I would just say trying to go out there and just keep, like, you go there, you go into practice already studying the new plays or the playbook, and you go in there just trying to not make any errors, but you also want to play free. You don't want to just think about it the whole time. And so, yeah, I just think that, just going into that, and people just keep stacking days each day.
All right, getting closer and closer to being able to run back out in front of Husker Nation again. What's your favorite part about game day? You have a favorite moment of game day or a favorite thing that happens on a game day?
I feel like running out of Memorial Stadium tunnel is probably the best thing you can ever wish for.
Yeah.
Just seeing everybody running out and just getting ready. It's probably the best.
Right before kickoff running out?
Right before kickoff running out, seeing everybody, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
Anything different for you?
Yeah. I like that a lot too, and maybe like the opening kickoff and just hearing that, just knowing that you're just living your dream, and also just like when that's kind of like riding the highs and lows, but just when your team, you just feel good energy on the sideline. It's just a good feeling.
Awesome. Well, great stuff. Great chatting with you both, and best of luck to you this season.
Thank you.
Fun stuff there. I am a big fan of TJ Lateef. From that first interview that I did with him last year when he was named the starting quarterback to just, again, some of the interviews that I've been able to have. He's another, I know I say this about everybody, I feel like, but just another really one of those great guys that I'm just not surprised that the locker room loves him and what I saw from the sideline when he was named the starter last year.
Yeah, they really... They pushed him up. They put him on a pedestal last year, and they gave him everything from a confidence standpoint for him to succeed in those last 4 games. They had all the confidence, anybody that you talk to in the program, whether it was Coach Rule, all the players on the way down. His first start, ironically enough, was in his home state in California against UCLA, and you remember the perfect start that he had without an incompletion and to start off with a win. Remember, he got banged up and wasn't all that healthy, especially in the Iowa game. Ran into a tough situation with a really good rushing Penn State team that kept TJ on his heels, and that was just a nightmare of a game. Having to step in against Utah, a defense that was missing some pieces on the defensive line, but had been ultra consistent all year and had incredible depth and really good secondary. So you think of the teams that he had to play down the stretch, specifically the Penn States. I know they had a rough year, but just the talent that they had, Iowa, Utah, and then, of course, the UCLA game. It was not an easy stretch for him to have to step into.
You heard him talking about the naps and the recovery area, but that's a popular spot these days. But again, everything that you could need, whatever the need might be for your body to recover during this time, that facility has it. And there's a reason why we talked about this last night on the show, but Jake Botts of the Big Ten Network said of his kind of superlatives going into this fall camp season that it's the best facility in the Big Ten.
I want to try the cold tub. I told you this yesterday. Some sort of recovery. I want to get, maybe we can make it into a video so they allow me to do it.
So I'll never forget, and I try to talk myself into it and get into this habit, but I can't do it. I cannot do it. But Lauren Cook West, John Cook started this a couple years ago, and they talked about it, that they start their day with a cold shower. And it's, again, you talk about mouth tape. They say it's life-changing.
That is.
I wonder if Coach Cook, if they still do it, but they did it for a while, and they were very, very high on it.
That's a crazy thing to start your. I've never on purpose taken a cold shower ever.
It's hard for me to, even though all the benefits, I just can't talk myself into it.
I need to know, do the benefits outweigh the pain? I don't know if they do.
Those who swore by it when they were doing it. We're gonna have Lauren on. I haven't talked to her. I texted her a little bit a couple weeks ago, but I have not lined up a time for her to come on the show. But when she comes on, I'm gonna ask her about it, because I don't know if Josh remembers it, but they swore by it.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Coach Cook said it was life-changing.
They're two very successful people, so perhaps that's part of it. But a cold shower, I mean, what are we doing? That's crazy. That's crazy town.
You're saying that no benefits would.
No, I mean, it could make me 10 years younger, 5 feet more taller.
What about your voice better?
Voice deeper. I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I love my hot showers. I enjoy them. I don't take baths though. So like, I don't know. People take cold baths.
I'm sure people do that, like in the hot tub or the cold tub plunge, right? It's all about the balance of both.
Do people do cold tubs like in their apartments and in their houses with cold baths? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Probably
is.
But
people are crazy.
All right. Again, that was the Husker Connections podcast presented by Allo Fiber. We'll have many more of those episodes here coming up over the next few weeks, but also into the season as well. Going to get to a break. More Sports Nightly coming up after this.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Husker fans, the 2026 Nebraska football season is right around the corner. We need you in the Sea of Red this fall. Be in Memorial Stadium for the home opener on Saturday, September 5th, as the Huskers take on Ohio. Tickets start at just $50 and are only available while supplies last. To purchase your Husker football versus Ohio tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Summer's almost over, but with a new Toyota from Toyota's National Sales Event, you can turn your end of summer scaries into end of summer woes. In the mood for some elevated dining? Pack a picnic into a 4Runner and hit up a stunning mountain vista.
Whoa!
Haul a bouncy castle in a tundra and get crowned the coolest dad at the park.
Whoa! I'm king of the castle!
Drive a Tacoma to the lake to go wakeboarding. Whoa! That was awesome air. Let's go again. Or take a BZ to an amusement park with friends. Whoa! Keep your woes going this summer in a new Toyota.
Event ends August 31st. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, Baxter Toyota of Lincoln, or Corwin Toyota of Bellevue.
You show up for every Husker game because it's about more than football. It's about celebrating that Nebraska grit that's in our DNA. That same drive pushes you to get stronger, move more, and take care of yourself. To show up for the people and moments that matter most. We believe you have what it takes. That's why Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska covers preventive care with every plan. And our digital tools help you stay on track every step of the way. Blue believes in what you're made of. And Blue believes in you.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade your ride with Woodhouse Nissan, your destination for selection, value, and amazing savings. Receive 0% APR for 60 months on select 2026 Nissan models, like the new Nissan Rogue, or save up to $7,000 off MSRP on these select models. Visit us in Bellevue or Omaha, or browse our offers online today. With approved credit, $299 doc fee due at signing. Expires September 30th, 2026. See dealer for details.
The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, providing the equipment, parts, and service that keep agriculture moving forward. Akrs Equipment, proud partner of Husker Nation. Learn more at akrs.com, AKRS.com. Welcome back to Sports Nightly with Kyle Crooks. I'm Jessica Coody. So big news regarding the NBA and my Oklahoma City Thunder. Russell Westbrook has officially retired.
How about that?
It's all that my timeline has been today.
18 seasons. How many teams?
And the way he plays so hard. I can't believe he was able to make it as long as he did.
He was the ultimate trash talker. He was somebody who would give it to you, whether you were a player or a fan.
He's one that you loved him as a teammate, hated playing against him. And he was just ruthless in that, okay, you're not with us, get out. We don't care.
He played for 7 teams over 18 seasons. Of course, the bulk of those great years with the Oklahoma City Thunder, 2-time scoring champ, 9-time All-Star, 8 of those were with the Thunder, 3-time assist champ. He was a triple-double machine, 9-time All-NBA, 2-time MVP.
I was there when he broke the triple-double record.
He was a special player. He really was. And he finished up his last year. He was with Sacramento, played 64 games last year. And I'm trying to look at his production. He's still a 15-point per game scorer with 6 assists. His career, he averaged about 21 points per game, along with 8 assists and 7 rebounds. It's a pretty darn good career in over 1,300 games played, just over 1,300.
He will have his number raised to the rafters.
I hope.
And it will be soon in Oklahoma
how
City.
much history does, obviously they recently won a championship, but it's a newer franchise. So, I mean.
Well, Nick Collison, I think, is the only one currently.
He was the first Thunder, was he not? Because he came over from Seattle.
And they didn't wait long for him either, so I don't think it'll be long for Russ.
It's got to be this year.
And Russell Westbrook has come out, and he's a big developer now, and he's investing in the growth of Oklahoma City. I mean, you want to talk about a guy, one of, I would say, top 5 most loved guys in the state of Oklahoma.
I would say
the way that Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City high and dry, Russell Westbrook stuck around, and I think he probably would have played his whole career there, but he understood what was best for the future of the franchise, and then that's when he left, and then they started rebuilding with SGA and all that group, and so but he was one that never for a second got booed when he came. Well, it was a Paycom. It's going to be something else now. So but it changed like 4 times during the time that Russ played there. And I know people don't care as much about the NBA, but that's a big deal in my world today.
He was originally a Sonics draft pick in 2008. He was the 4th overall pick in that 2008 draft, but he played with the Thunder in that first year in 08-09. And he was the rookie of the year, or he finished, 4th in rookie of the year that season? Yeah, even like towards the end, he was up there in 6 man of the year voting. He was top 10, top 7 in 6 man of the year voting in 2 of his last 3 years as an older guy.
All right, so that was my spiel on Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder for today. I'll cap it at that. But couple of baseball, softball nuggets. Baseball got another commitment today, so they're continuing to reload there. It was. Let me see here. I forgot the name already. But again, we talked about the first commitment, but as they continue to recruit and, they're continuing to be successful in the recruiting trail.
Yeah. I mean, you look at what they need to continue to bring in here for baseball. I mean, you lose some of the key arms in terms of pitching wise, and you lose some bats. Hopefully you get, again, some of the guys that didn't get drafted, the Case Sandersons of the world, the Jay-Sean Ungers of the world back in the fold. So there are guys that are going to be back from that team last year and one of the most successful teams since 2008. And you have to go in and dig into that JUCO market too. We know that for Coach Bolt and this entire staff. You have to hit on some of those guys. So they continue to develop their roster here.
And softball, they put out a graphic today. And again, we usually try to get Coach Ravel, but they were so busy. They immediately hit the road recruiting after the Women's College World Series, obviously pushed the season back a little bit longer and then had some downtime, a little bit of downtime, but then they've been out recruiting and been so busy. And so we haven't had a chance to check in with her, but hopefully we'll soon, especially before they start the fall season. But D1 softball has put out that the Husker softball recruiting or the transfer class is 7th in the country.
Yeah, I did see that today. Which makes sense. They of course, got notoriety from what their last season was with the Women's College World Series, getting a couple of 2-way players as well in that rotation. They're going to be a player in the Big Ten. I think if they could the expectation from the outside probably is not to have the same year that they had this past year and get to a Women's College World Series. But I think that's the expectation internally. They need some players, though, to step up, those that were behind some of the players that left.
I keep saying it, but I'm going to be fascinated with softball in particular for these 2022 players if it does end up getting to where they're going to play another season, and it's I think a player like Hannah, there's several players that just left that could come back for another season.
Yeah,
and you're against it.
No, I'm not.
But I'm like, if you got a roster spot, you bring a player like Hannah Core back.
Oh, for sure. I just don't know from a roster. That's a Rhonda Revelle question. How the roster shakes out. Is that something when you bring in transfers and not having the expectation of this being a thing, is that going to fit seamlessly? If you bring Hannah Core back, do you bring some of the others back too? A lot of the others are going to want to come back.
Isaac Feller was the name of the baseball commitment.
Yeah.
So, which, again, the baseball team can't even specifically mention that. But, they've got a couple now here over the last couple of weeks, a couple big commitments that we've seen kind of go through social media. So always good when you're adding to the future, right?
Yes. He committed today, so that's exciting. Isaac Feller, outfielder, and we'll be excited to see read up a little bit more on his profile, lefty bat, that you could add into that outfield, and what impact does he have currently at this point in time for the 2027 roster? That's a question for Will Bolt whenever we get a chance to chat with him.
All right. Got to get to a break. We're back to wrap up the show next.
There's no better way to celebrate America's 250th birthday than at a Husker football game. Be in Memorial Stadium for the official America 250 celebration as the Huskers take on Bowling Green on Saturday, September 12th. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. and tickets start at just $50. To purchase your Husker football versus Bowling Green tickets, or for more information, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
Sports Nightly is powered by McKinnis Roofing and Sheet Metal. Since 1981, Nebraska homeowners and businesses have trusted McKinnis for roofing, siding, windows, gutters, custom sheet metal, and repairs. Whether you're protecting your home, improving curb appeal, or planning a commercial project, their experienced team delivers quality craftsmanship and dependable service from start to finish. When your property needs expert care, choose the local name Nebraska has trusted for more than 45 years. And now, the official roofing partner of the Huskers. Discover the McKinnis difference at McKinnisInc.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When it comes to your business running efficiently day to day, you rely on technology and a network that is secure, fast, and has measures in place to help prevent downtime. At Hamilton Business Technologies, we know firsthand that reliability is business. We work with businesses across the state to implement managed IT solutions that keep your business running securely. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Reliability is business. Hamilton is business. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, the official foundation company of the Huskers. Schedule a free inspection. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Huskers. Welcome back to Sports Nightly final segment. Final few minutes left for us here on this Wednesday night edition with Kyle Crooks and Jessica Coody. I want to make sure and mention we're going to do it every night till we get there, but Cross Strain Brewing in Omaha on Friday night. We're going to be live out there.
Excited for it. Excited to see the people. It's always good to get out of these four walls every once in a while. See the people, and we interact with them through text and every once in a while, a nice phone call. But, we for the most part, we don't get to see people out and about.
So we'll be out there with 590 in part with 590 WOW, our great friend Nick Hanley. And Hanley and Hansen will be on before us, and so we're going to have some fun out there on Friday night. We don't typically get to do that, but we're excited. So want to make sure and mention that, and that if you're out there and want to come by, and it's newly opened, and they also have the Cornhusker Crusher, which we got to see a little bit of the design of that, and that was fun.
Yeah,
well, I guess it was before you got here, but it was fun to watch that process.
I saw before it became public. I saw when they first printed the label and things like that. When Alex Rohurick, who created it, I remember seeing it before it went public. I'm sure it started well before I got here, but it's an incredibly cool design. I wonder. Again, I think I asked this a couple of days ago, how many of those they sold last year during football season? Decent amount.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so coming up tomorrow, we are going to try to head out to Husker Volleyball. They've got availability, so we are now, the countdown's on. We've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday's the red-white scrimmage.
Tickets still available for the red-white scrimmage?
Very few, limited.
Pinnacle Bank Arena, and that'll fill out on Sunday.
17,000 people signed up for the lottery, by the way.
Pretty wild. Right. Is that
the ticket lottery for Husker
I think
Volleyball.
That's, as crazy as that sounds, is probably what they expected.
Probably, yeah. So, again, we'll have some Husker Volleyball talk here coming up in the next couple of days as well. And then the coach conversation is going to continue tomorrow as well. You're going to try to chat with Jeep Wade.
Yeah, we're going to try and talk some offensive line at practice and get his lowdown on what he's seeing from the starters, but also the depth in that room, working with Lonnie, how he feels things are gelling, because now you're getting much closer to the season. For him, it was a whirlwind when he coached in the bowl game and through spring, but now he most definitely has his feet underneath him. You see the way he teaches every single day. He is he's just a detail-oriented guy. It's somebody you need that in that role, but he's been great watching him coach the guys, and excited to get his insight.
Also have a Jamal Rule here tomorrow as well. Had a chance to chat with him. We heard from him, I guess, a few weeks ago on an internal media day. You chatted with him, but now that he's got a couple of almost 2 weeks of fall camp under his belt, had a chance to chat with him, and they're loving what they're seeing out of him.
Yeah, he's excited.
Put your money on it today. Who gets the first snap at running back? If it's today.
For me, it's between Nelson and Mosey. I'll say Isaiah Mosey.
I guess if you were the Akron offensive coordinator and you had the Nebraska offense,
do I have to pay for season tickets?
Who would you draw the first play up for?
I'm fascinated to see how that goes. The Akron season tickets, what the actual access is, and what you actually get to do in the content. Because I'm sure there's a lot of fine print.
What a brilliant promotion, though, for them.
They sold a lot of tickets. When are they going to announce the winner? That's what I need to know, because they need to start preparing. They need to get out of practice and get a play sheet.
What, 2 weeks out?
Is that what it is?
From Saturday? Is that right?
From week 0.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks out, but we're
3 weeks out. 3 weeks out.
Something like that.
They said 25 days last night.
25 days?
So it's 24 today.
Okay.
So getting there.
Can you believe it?
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, we'll have a full 2 hours of Sports Nightly headed your way coming up tomorrow night. I know I said last night we'd hear from Colin Rice. We had to push that back a little bit, but I'll keep you posted. We will hear from him here coming up in the next few days, but had to play some football stuff for you tonight. But we will have another full 2 hours of Sports Nightly here coming your way tomorrow night. Going to hear from, hopefully, Jeep Wade and Jamal Rule, the freshman running back. So another full show, Husker football talk and some volleyball talk as well coming up tomorrow night. Thanks to Josh Hilkeman and Camden Cohn. For Kyle Crooks, I'm Jessica Coody. Have a great night, Husker Nation.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Being a Nebraska fan doesn't stop when the clock hits 0 and the game ends. It's every day, all day, home or away. With the Husker Visa debit card, free with FMBO free checking, you can be one who lives it, one who proves it. Show your pride every time you pay with the Husker Visa debit card, only at FMBO, the bank of Husker Nation. One for the loyal, one for the fans, one for you. Get yours today at fmbo.com/Huskers. Member FDIC.
Knaack Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Knaack Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Knaack Services. These are the Knaack Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Farmers demand equipment that works as hard as they do. For over 60 years, Sukup has been helping farmers protect their operation with industry-leading grain storage, drying, and handling equipment. Designed for performance, reliability, and peace of mind when it matters most, Sukup is proud to stand with the people who keep agriculture moving forward. Family-owned, farmer-focused. Visit Sukup.com to find a dealer near you today.
Nebraska. We're connected by more than fiber. We're connected by traditions, by hometown pride, by the sea of red on game day, by generations of fans who know what it means to cheer together. Allo is proud to be the connection behind those moments, bringing families together, keeping communities close, and helping Nebraskans stay connected to what truly matters. Allo Fiber, connecting what matters. Proud partner of Husker Athletics. Learn more at